Hey, Lele, just quick question. Did you get my challenge?
Let me just
Okay.
see. Yes, I got.
Because
Oh,
I
it's
had like a game randomly start and I didn't think I challenged like another person, but just wanted
yes,
to make
it
sure.
is. Yes, can you
Awesome.
give me some
But
minutes
yeah,
and we
take your
can
time.
start?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'll have to hype up my chat too. Um Thanks people for sticking around. I guess I won't be using my green screen. Do I reveal what's behind the green screen? I could. I have so many like secret things behind the green screen. Be right back. Okay. Green screen has been dethroned. It'll rise again at some point. Oh, maybe should I have her chat open too? And I could stream snipe her chat? Or is that would just add another layer of distraction, I think. Oh, she's excited. Yeah, it's like before a match, I just try and stay calm. Sometimes excitement will make me it'll make me play out of my comfort zone. But there's still hype. Still hype. Okay. Do I play in England? I gotta start with something normal, right? Okay, I'll play a Budapest. I prepared this a little bit earlier. Now this is 3-2, so I'm gonna have to try and focus on winning over the board. I saw she plays this line. Yeah, this is something I prepared off stream. Idea Queen F6 coming. Hey,
Good
thank you,
luck
Red
bits.
Dev. I appreciate the good luck bits. She's had this position twice in chess.com games. Both times she's taken. And one of those games, her opponent played g5, but the main move is queen f6. So the one time she had this position, she ran into g3, or she played g3, which is a clear mistake. I'm trying to remember why. I think g3 is met with g5, and then black is better. But this is a really cool gambit because the queen pressures so many different targets. The knight's a target, king's a target, rook can eventually be a target. If e3, I'll play g5. So a lot of players will start thinking here. Now I will say this is dubious, but like in a blitz game, I'm gonna try and get away with it. I haven't had this position in a while too. I used to play this a lot in bullet. And even against strong players, like it's not clear. It's not clear what white should do because black's gonna get a ton of initiative. Oh, did I stop all her hype? I may have. That's the thing. Like you have to kind of be ready to just be really, really focused. Um, but now I'm feeling the hype. Like it's all still prep, still theory, and dubious theory. The thing is, like a lot of the best moves for white are natural moves, but it looks scary, so it's easy to just spend all the time making sure things are not a blunder. So I'm threatening to play h4, trapping the bishop. If white ever takes, I'll be happy to develop the knight. I'll still have the threat of h4. White could play h4. Okay, so this is this is still preparation. h4 is one of the better moves. h3 is still completely fine. So it's important to note my rook is defended, and now we might get some really strange structure. It's all still prep. I've been playing this for like probably close to a decade, on and off. So this is looming. This is still, this pawn is undefended. This is a target. This is a good lesson for her though, because I'll show her like afterwards how to deal with this opening. Um, yeah, I think I should take on g4 first, leaving the tension. I want the king to be here because now both knights are pinned. Queen c2 is a good move. Okay, maybe I'll take and then regain the pawn. And then, like, somehow it'll be equal material. So only issue is this is a massive threat. Oh, maybe I could, wait a minute, okay. I'll take my time here. So I'm no longer in prep. I could take on f3 first, preventing queen e4, and after takes I take here, and then I check, or check here. Like I want to think and then blitz out the next like 4 or 5 moves. Queen h4. Yeah, let's blitz this out. Queen h4. Because it's unclear where the king moves. I mean, queen e4 still might be coming. I'm going to have to win the pawn. Yeah, we trade. I'm looking for ways to keep queens on the board. I guess I could take on d2. But then I don't want to lose my bishop. Okay, so we're going to trade. I'll play bishop e7, go for f5. Oh, f5 was a maybe mistake. There's knight g3 as well. I have c6 here. Fair move. It's probably like still completely fine for white. If I take, I could also. Yeah, I'm considering f4 here. I'll play f4. Knight d7 coming. Yeah, the rook really wants to enter the game. So there's 2 fully open files between the D and the H file. Develop the bishop. Knight d6, I just play king c7. Now the knight wants to come to e5. First I should probably avoid any rook trade. There's this tricky move. Yeah, kind of saw that coming. I was preparing this, but then knight, I guess knight e8, king d8. Looks okay. Yeah, she's playing well. I like the position still. Wait, I can win the pawn. Took me a moment to spot that. Now these pawns are weak. There's some tricks. I think it's all okay. I might even play this move first. Threatening to take and then triple fork. Bad at drawing arrows, but as long as I can make the moves. Yeah. So triple fork. And now I'm still threatening the everything, basically. There we go. And I'll pin and win. Okay. That was a nice game. That was, I mean, she played well to kind of get out of the opening with a fair position, but the time was kind of a determining factor. Okay, let me unmute myself. Lile, did you want to analyze?
Okay. Okay. So Can you hear?
Yep, I can hear you. I think I just invited you to an analysis
Okay.
board.
Yes. Okay, I see that.
So this is one of the like very few openings I prepared right
Mm-hmm.
before I started streaming. And I
Oh.
saw you had a few games in this line.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like one of the best lines for white in the against the Budapest
Mm-hmm.
is this bishop f4 move.
Yes, I know that.
Um, but yeah, it's hard to play this as white if you haven't seen this before because
Mm.
there's like so many targets.
Yes, I have never seen that,
Hmm.
really.
Yeah, I think one game you had this position, you played g3. Um,
Mm-hmm.
e3 is the best move.
Mm-hmm.
And really what white should do here is just kind of weather the storm. h3 is fine. h4 is probably um,
Mm-hmm.
easier to play because then you just prevent me completely from playing h4 myself.
Yes.
And I would have I would still try and set up tricks like after takes, I would take on
Mm-hmm.
b2 and threaten to take on d2, and then when you're rook, but you'll always have enough moves to defend, like knight f3. And if you can just kind of develop and
Mm-hmm.
not blunder anything, then my king is very weak. And that's almost what happened.
The problem was I became confused because I have never played, like my opponents had
Uh
never
huh.
played Queen f6, and I
Uh,
needed to think, and then and also like everything was hanging, f4 was hanging, b2 was hanging also, and it was quite tough for me to find really good move here. So.
yeah, yeah. It's just one of those things. I guess if you would go into this line again, you should
Mm-hmm.
just have some knowledge of what to do. Um, I think like the best move, like the so-called refutation, is knight h3, which it's very hard to find if you've never actually seen this. I've encountered this once against I actually played
Mm-hmm.
Dmitry Komarov in an online game, and he knew this move. Um, but you almost fought back there. Like you're able to trade queens. I think it was like equal endgame, but it's tough just having to live on the
Mm-hmm.
increment.
Yes, the problem was my time because like I spent my time to like think in the
Mhm.
middle game. What should I mean, now I was thinking, yes, I had normal end game, equal end game, but then I blundered my opponent's c4. So
Right. Yeah. If you had a little bit more time, I could have even been worse here. There was this moment. I think knight g3 could have been very strong, like hitting f5 and only move to defend f5 is to basically overextend.
mm-hmm.
But anyway,
Yes,
that was a I guess a feel good game for me
yes.
with the opening. Now it's a good game to have, I guess, from your perspective, so
Mm-hmm.
you'll have a better idea what to do for next time.
But I think you are not gonna play this again.
I'm gonna try some other like tricky gambits, but
The problem is, I was thinking that you are playing such kind of games where like trick opponents and so on,
mhm.
and I was really afraid that if you would trick me, and so like this calculation is pretty tough in just 3+0.
Right, yeah, and this was the line I was most excited to play because I saw that there's very good chance you would go into it.